Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, come on.
Oh, rabbit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on it now. I'm on it now.
What the hell is... Wait, where are you?
I'm on like okay. I'm like I think I'm on the paper. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. Good job. What do you say? What do you say?
Uh-oh.
Light.
Did Kylo have another tantrum?
I don't know. It looks like he did.
The balance.
Oh my god, it's so confusing.
So much bigger. So much bigger.
The hell?
What's this? Oh, there he is.
Time for the Jedi.
The hell? Okay.
I don't know.
No idea what the hell that was.
Yeah, what was this? What's the season? I don't know what's going on. I know it's a teaser, but like, seriously, okay.
Well, apparently Rey's gonna... Wait, what the fuck? Well, apparently she's gonna train because, okay... I'm surprised they didn't, like, show an actual shot of Leia's, like, face.
Yeah. Oh wait, look at the I'm looking at the comments, and this one person said this. Females beating up men in movies looks silly and cringy. And realize that any average guy beats up any girl. Stop catering to feminist nonsense and make movies look real.
Well, that's sort of extreme, like, I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, that's like, I think that's probably, that's sexism right there. So it's
Well,
like,
I mean, it's extreme, although the reason why people have an issue with, like, fucking, the female movement in Star Wars is because it's, like, way too excessive. It's like the Forces of Destiny thing, like, there's nothing wrong with them doing it. It's their or them doing it isn't what people have a problem with. It's the reason why they're doing it. It's like we really need, like, we've had The Force Awakens, fucking Rogue One, and then we're gonna have two more movies with Rey. So
yeah.
like why do we need even more? I mean, if they're gonna make shorts, they should at least like make a TV show around Ahsoka. Like, is that what I'd want? No, but no, they're being retarded.
Yeah.
They just shot themselves in the foot. Okay, Kylo has his helmet smashed. He probably had another tantrum. Unless
Yeah.
that's Vader's. No, that's. I'm pretty sure that's Kylo's. I don't know. Darth Emo.
It'd be funny if it was. Actually, it would be surprising, actually, because he's gonna have cancels all the time. And...
Well, he left in The Force Awakens. He just left it somewhere, so I don't really.
So they probably found it and it got ruined.
Well, no, because it was on the planet. When he probably has multiple of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there's like books.
I was expecting. I thought thought they were gonna give him like a new helmet and then it could cover his face, or whatever. I didn't know they were gonna show his face like that because that is kind of like because people who probably haven't seen the Force Awakens probably it's probably like spoil or something. I don't know. Like oh, is that what Kylo's supposed to look like? Like
Kylo's a bitch. Okay, so we have Rey swinging around her lightsaber, which hopefully the choreography will be better in this movie.
I lost hope for this.
And this isn't like, what the fuck are these? Okay, there's AT-ATs. I don't know what the fuck those are. So weird. Like, I don't think I think it's like a desert planet because it has like, it's sort of weird. It looks like white, but it has like those cracks in the ground that you get from sand. Yeah. With Finn. Wait a second. Wait. No idea where he is. With Poe. Poe's actually okay. Like, he's the only character. He was actually pretty funny. We have the hangar blowing up. Okay, there's an A-wing, X-wings, which is good. Like, I have no idea in The Force Awakens why they had only X-wings and, like, standard TIE fighters. It's like, what happened to the ship variety? Like, we have who knows who's gonna... I will be laughing so hard if they get fucking R2-D2 to fly this. Because R2-D2 is a good pilot. Like, he's piloted Anakin's fighter in the Clone Wars. Then we have Rey charging at something with her lightsaber. With her signature snarl. This shot of Kylo is actually the same. It's actually a similar shot. In The Force Awakens, he does, like, a similar pose. And then we have a burning Jedi temple. Actually, the burning temple that was from Force Awakens. I'm assuming this is the same vision. Yeah. I'm trying to find anything on the. Wait, I can turn the brightness. Okay, can't see anything. Oh, this might be a flashback or the future. Rey's vision might have been the future because it has Captain fucking Phasma. Okay, we have X-wings. Well, I guess these are a newer version of those medical frigates, whatever they're called. Let's see if we can see any TIE fighters. Well, of course there are TIE fighters, but I don't know if there's like the more advanced ones. Luke says the Jedi won't... Okay, Rey's staff is like still there. Like, why does she need her staff?
I don't know. I should have a fucking lightsaber for Christ's sake. She has like Anakin's lightsaber.
Well, she's unworthy to have Anakin's lightsaber.
Exactly.
Luke was worthy. Rey isn't. Like, I don't think Rey's gonna be a Skywalker. I mean, if she is a Skywalker, whatever, but, like...
It's like, okay, well, we already knew that, so, like, the whole plan is revealed.
No. But it's, like, retarded. It's like, if she is a Skywalker, why would you hide that? Like, it's like, why, if she is a Skywalker, why hide it? And if she is, it's so poorly set up. I'm like, I think that what they're gonna do is that, like, this is mainly Kathleen Kennedy's influence, but they want to have, like, a strong female character that can, like, do shit by herself. And the last thing they would want to do would make it, like, oh, the reason why she can, why she has these powers is because she's a Skywalker. Like, no, they don't want to do that, because that's basically saying, oh, she can basically do this because she's a Skywalker, not because, like, she's her own independent, strong female character.
I mean, it's a possibility you probably would do that, since it's, like, kind of a facility. I mean, so, like, who knows? Yeah, like it's, like, people already say she's already a Skywalker, it's already obvious.
Yeah.
Obvious, like, I don't know, like, she probably isn't, like, you know, she could be anyone, or she's just, like, but here's, like, what you said, like, they're probably not going to reveal it anyway, so.
Yeah. Of course, like, since it's the second installment, oh, we have to be like Empire Strikes Back, I fucking swear.
We'll see if there's,
like... Oh, and these are the snow... No.
I want to watch Empire Strikes scenes from the you look similar to those
No.
in the last Jedi. They probably
There were rumors a while back that the first scene in the movie was like the Resistance fleet. These were rumors like way back, where like the first scene in the movie was the Resistance fleet getting attacked, and that would sort of be like the Battle of Hoth or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's that. I don't know when in the movie that takes place. We have like the Millennium Falcon, Rey charging at whatever. I don't think it's Kylo because like Rey's in the dark and Kylo's like. Well, actually, there's like shit blowing up around, or like looks like there's like sparkles, so he might be somewhere like I don't know. Maybe he's having another temper tantrum.
probably.
Fucking Phasma. I'm surprised that like I was wait. I was wait. I was waiting in the Force Awakens for Phasma to take her helmet off because she's like a known actress. There's an A-wing, X-wings, TIE fighters. It's like, well, okay. Well, there's gonna be a space battle. Kylo Ren might have another tantrum. We're gonna get new vehicles.
Oh, finally, because it hasn't been
Yeah. It's still like Empire Strikes Back. You're like, oh, it's the second installment. We have to have fucking AT-ATs. And you were like, oh, you can't say that until the movie comes out. I'm like, well, I mean, it's set up to be like, I mean, it's set up to be Empire Strikes Back. I mean, you have the fucking Rey training with Luke, and
Exactly.
you have fucking it's like in the Empire Strikes Back, the massive like Empire Strikes Back is like a great movie. Like the reason why I find it overrated is because like a massive flaw it has is that like I felt like there wasn't enough time for like Luke, Leia, and Han to be like together. Like half of the movie is them like separated. So I felt like I mean it does work. It still works, but I felt like that was sort of a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is Rey is going to be separate from Finn. It's like, why would you just send Rey over there to Luke? Why wouldn't you send a bunch of people?
Oh yeah, like I don't think. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be just like Empire Strikes Back. It's gonna be Poe, Rey, and Finn all together. Like they're not gonna be together.
Yeah, it's like, why wouldn't you send Leia? It's like, are we going to see Luke and Leia have a conversation? Because we didn't get to see Han and Luke have a conversation, which is like retarded. Like,
Yeah. We didn't have we didn't see any. We only saw like Leia and Han, but we did not see the three of them all together. We did not see that
yeah,
story.
that's like the major issue. Though it's like you seriously couldn't have like, okay, fine, like. I mean, if they're gonna kill off Han Solo, fine, and like they killed him in a retarded way, like fine. But like if they're not gonna have him like have a conversation with Luke, it's like retarded. It's like why wouldn't
Yeah.
like why wouldn't you not have? Wait, why wouldn't you have those two on screen together?
Yeah, like they could look like, or if they don't have time to be like conversation, they could just say a few words to each other. Like I don't know why they didn't even show. They didn't want to show that. Like they just didn't want to like see them ever. Oh my god, I heard annoying.
Her annoying.
Breathe. Just breathe. Now, reach out.
Is it me or is like does Luke kind of reminds me of like I don't know like on this movie I feel like he kind of like from either I don't know he kind of reminds me of like I don't know I don't think I saw him but I don't know I feel like he's gonna be like Yoda or something.
Probably.
This way reminds me of it's
like no, there's this scene of Rey like picking up. I don't know if she's like sticking her hand into the ground and like trying to lift up stones. I don't know if that's her training, but if it is her training, it's like why does she need to train if she's like if she can use a Jedi mind trick out of fucking nowhere? Like why does she need to like?
exactly like she's so powerful already.
Is this her foot? I think this is a side view or whatever. I don't know what that is. It's probably her vibrator. But it's like if she can like use a Jedi mind trick out of nowhere and then like assert her telekinetic grip over Kylo's, then take a fucking nap for like 20 seconds. Because we counted yesterday, or last night we counted.
So it was approximately 20 seconds. It was 10, 5, 20 seconds.
What do you say? What do you say?
Who the fuck is that?
I feel like saying breathe and it's like this breathe that like is that Luke or something?
Darkness.
Whoa, wait.
Darkness.
Wait, I think I heard Palpatine talking.
What?
I think I heard Sidious saying something about the dark side.
Darkness.
Probably going to have like flashbacks or something.
Wait.
The balance.
Wait, I think I just heard like a Force Ghost talk. I don't know.
It's so much bigger. I only know one truth. I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Okay, this could potentially be the most retarded thing ever. Okay, if Luke's saying it's time for the Jedi to end because he's like, I hope to God he's not like giving up because that would be like retarded. That would be completely out of character.
Yeah.
Or if he's like,
someone wrote this comment on here. Sorry, on the video. Someone comments. They're like, "Hey, let's all be real. We all had boners."
No,
Oh,
no, I can assure you I didn't.
yeah.
I don't want to look at the comments section because I'm probably gonna lose brain cells. So.
That's a very yeah.
Like they're just going back to like, oh, there's one more Jedi, or one last Jedi, whatever.
Yeah, they're all dead.
We're all dead. Oh, we could have a new academy and pick up where Return of the Jedi left off. Oh, no, we have to.
Yeah, wasn't that like in wasn't it like that in Empire Strikes Back when they thought that Luke was the only Jedi or some Flash Jedi or something? Wasn't that or I'm confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think so. It comes back.
It is gonna be so depressing if fucking Luke just ends up being like giving up and like Luke doesn't give up. Like he's not that. Like the old Luke, like in TFA, like the old Luke from the original trilogy would like never abandon his friends.
I know, right? And apparently in this trilogy he does, and like who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows what his fate's gonna be? Because at this point, like he's probably just gonna die. I mean, they're probably gonna kill him because he's not that important. I guess like they're not. It's like it's not always.
I mean, like they need to like explain like why they didn't send Leia. Like I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if Leia and Luke don't meet. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, right. Like they're not gonna like. They're probably gonna.
I feel so bad for like Hayden Christensen. It's the old like I think like people on killermovies.com think that him going to the panel is because he's going to be in the movie, which I have a strange feeling he will be. And I mean
I feel like they could probably do flashbacks or they're gonna show Force Ghost.
No, probably as a Force Ghost. I mean like why wouldn't like they have to explain like where the fuck Force Ghosts are. Like they were so like they were too Force Ghosts were too important in the original trilogy. Like Obi-Wan's Force Ghost kept like
Yeah,
talking to Luke, so it's like, well, where the
he
like
was
yeah,
not
it's like wait a second. Well, Anakin didn't tell Kylo to shut the fuck up because like he's like idolizing his mistakes and like he doesn't say like, hey
it's like
dude, no, that's like not the right way.
yeah, he redeemed, and then Kylo would redeem himself probably.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but the problem
and he
is
got
that like when Kylo's talking to his Vader's fucking helmet, like he says, "Show me again, grandfather." He says something like that. So it's basically implying that Anakin's Force Ghost is like conflicted. It's not like explicitly stated, but an original concept for the movie was to have Anakin's Force Ghost appear and sort of still be conflicted, which is like completely retarded. It's like after
how can he be conflicted?
yeah, it's like after all of that, that would just like be the giant, like the biggest fuck you to George Lucas. Like the whole
Yeah,
point of the original trilogy is that Anakin is redeemed. So
exactly.
the fact that they just considered it for concept art is retarded. Like
I know, right? This is for like good effects, I guess. It's like there's not like any like depth, whatever. Because like, and like no point. What's the point? Like showing him if he's just gonna be like conflicted. He's not supposed to.
wait, what the fuck? Oh wait, is this Darth
I
Emo?
only know one truth.
Yeah,
Darth
yeah.
Emo.
He should probably wear a different helmet. I don't think they should.
Yeah, he's not. Well, he's not wearing a helmet. I mean,
Yeah, but they should. And they probably should give him a different helmet though, and that's what suits because like.
wait, does he not have a scar?
I only know one truth.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wait, no, he does. That's like retarded. It's like, how did he get slashed across the face with a lightsaber and not like he just has this bloody gash? Like realistically, like he would be dead.
Yeah, it would have been different. Another new, and like they would have had another new villain in the whole in the movie. They would have had another new villain. They could have had like someone else, but they just decided like Kylo makes sense to keep him, and like he says the scar whatever on his face is just like from the lightsaber. And like it's like that's just like could have died.
Yeah, even if this movie's good, like even if it is good, it's still like it's still weighed down by The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
About like it's fucking up the timeline. Same thing with like fuck, I blanked. No, what was I gonna it was I don't know. I forgot, maybe I'll come back. I was talking about uh yeah, it's what was oh fuck. I hate when this happens. I don't know, but it'd just be like retarded if Luke like oh yeah no this is what yeah like they have to like have a scene where Luke acknowledges Han's death or something. Like if they don't, that would be retarded. Like if they're never gonna meet again, like at least have Luke talk about him, and it'd still be retarded, but at least have him like.
Wait, what if he doesn't show any emotion though? Like it's kind of like Leia. He didn't really cry or anything. And
Well,
like
that's because Carrie. I don't think that was anything to do with Leia. I think that was to do with like Carrie Fisher. I mean, she hasn't been in movies well, she hadn't been in movies for a while for a reason. Like she did Princess Leia doing drugs. Like
well,
I'm surprised
I mean, it's like I mean I guess like her like with her so like herself like it probably wasn't. I kind of expected her to like cry, but she just looks like she looks sad, but I just looked her like cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. And then she just gave Ray. She didn't give, and like they didn't make the directors like they didn't make Leia give like hug like Chewie. She just hugs Ray.
Yeah, that was like retarded. It's like Chewbacca literally walks past her. Like
he I wonder what I know he was upset about what happened to Han, but like I they could have like just they look like I mean he just walked by her and it didn't look like he didn't like care.
yeah.
So Ray's like
yeah. Why does it's all about Ray? Like they give the Falcon to Ray. Oh, only Ray has to go there because Chewbacca and R2D2 didn't bother following her up the fucking stairs, which is retarded. It's like why wouldn't like if R2D2 is so fucking depressed that he like shuts down because Luke leaves, then
I
wouldn't
know, why?
he yeah, and then wouldn't he be like super excited? Like he would fucking get out his jetpacks and fly right to Luke. Like
Yeah, they just let him, like, it's like, are you kidding me? And then Ray was the only one to get out of the ship because apparently she's so
yeah.
more important. So, like,
I mean, granted, R2D2 probably can't fly because the reason he never flew in the original trilogy is because. Wait, did he fly? No, I can't remember him flying in the original trilogy. But the reason is because the fuel for his jetpack or his booster rockets, like they stopped making fuel, so that's why he wasn't able to fly. But yeah, R2, fucking R2D2. Like, how did he wake up just randomly? Like, he's not force sensitive. It's like what?
yeah. Oh, sorry, like he's been like, it's just like, I get it, like, he probably, like, slept because Luke was gone. He probably was upset. Like, he probably was, yeah, but even, like, with that, like, he wasn't originally like with Luke originally, and I mean I get like they were probably were friends. I guess they were together, but like I don't know. I think he would have still like been like active, whatever. I don't like he would have tried to found he tried to like he was trying to look for Luke was like he turned on when Ray showed up.
Yeah, the thing about R2D2 is that R2 didn't like what happened when fucking Anakin like killed one of like the Jedi Masters in his Mace Windu. He fucking raided the temple. He R2D2 actually knew Anakin was Darth Vader. Like he was on Moose. He witnessed the I mean, I don't know where he was or where he ended up going, but in like he was present during the Mustafar scene, so he would have seen Anakin and Obi-Wan's fight. And apparently, like in the expanded universe, he actually like somehow hacked into the Jedi Temple and viewed hollow recordings of Anakin slaughtering the Jedi. So yeah, which I mean, I don't know how R2D2 would hack into the temple. Well, he's fucking R2D2, but like he didn't shut down when Anakin, went off the way he did. So like, why is he shutting down if Luke goes away?
And then he turns on when Ray shows up. Because apparently Ray, she got the map. When he had the map, I think, he already had the map already. And he gave it to Ray. He gave it to Randy. And that's like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the thing is that, like, the trailer doesn't look that bad. Well, no, it's just a teaser.
Nice.
What?
It looks nice. It just looks really nice. Visually, it looks nice.
I guess. I mean, there's no new music. I mean, Star Wars really needs better music. Like, The Force Awakens had nothing. I couldn't even remember Rey's theme. Then there's fucking
I don't remember hearing her theme actually in the movie at all. I just remember hearing it.
Yeah. They need better music. They need better acting. Like people, like I guess, like people are like, oh, at least it's not as bad as the prequels. I'm like, I'm not really sure about that. I mean,
no, the prequels look totally better. They're way more better.
Well, yeah, and in terms of acting too. I mean, even Anakin's dialogue from Attack of the Clones, like Anakin in Attack of the Clones, like I would argue that Hayden Christensen gives a better performance than some people in the new movies. Like the scene where he's like freaking out on like the homestead because he's like, oh, Obi-Wan's holding me back. People like are saying that, oh, he's just being a whiny bitch. Like, well, maybe it's because like his mother, who he hadn't seen in over 10 years, just died in his arms, so he's probably gonna be a little upset, just a tiny bit upset, like.
Yeah, why is he so like? Why was he supposed to be like? Is he supposed to be like just like totally like strong? Like he's supposed to be like bad? It's supposed to be he's not supposed to show emotions or whatever. Like, is that what they expected? He's human. He's human too. Like he has human emotions. Like, and of course he would be upset if his like mother. Like if his mother died that way, like why wouldn't he be? Like that's so stupid. Why people expect him to be like, just be like, oh, it's like they expect him to be like, I don't know, like they like expect him to be like Darth Vader in a way, I guess. Like they just want him to be like, I don't know if they wanted him to be like fully like badass. I guess I don't know. I think thought he was like he wasn't. It's like but still, it's like he's supposed to show like he would be like he should be upset that his mother died.
Yeah, like I mean, people like to like tear Anakin apart for like the most famous is the I don't like sand, which isn't even that bad. Then there's a are you an angel? What else is there? I could what does he say? Wait, what does he say? Like, oh, I wish I could just wash it, or I could wish away, or wish wash, whatever he says.
Like
Um,
that.
but the thing is that like Anakin's basically been taught to sort of suppress his emotions. Like he has like his interaction with Padme is like in Attack of the Clones is basically the first time in his entire life. He's like 20 years old. Like it's basically the first time in his life he's ever tried to like express like emotion towards someone else. I mean, well, actually, no, that's not true. But like for his feelings, like he has like, and he's like the thing is that lots of people like it's like in high school like or in middle school when if you're talking to someone you like and you're like
You.
and like you yeah and then if like if if you don't really know what to say and you fuck up and you end up saying stupid things and like it's like it's clumsy and that's what Anakin's dialogue is like he doesn't it actually makes sense like and he's also arrogant so that's why he's so like when he what does he say I, I forget what he says to Padme next to the fireplace but like that makes sense and like they really should bring back like Hayden and Ewan McGregor like
yeah, there's like there's the two most important characters in Star Wars universe by far, especially.
Well, no, it is true. I mean, Anakin's basically.
They're like really important.
Yeah. I would argue that like Anakin and Obi-Wan are basically the main characters of Star Wars in general. I mean, okay, sure, there's like Luke, Leia, and Han, but like George Lucas intended it to be the whole thing to be about Anakin, and Obi-Wan was sort of like Obi-Wan too, because you sort of he's
yes, at least he gets purpose to be there. I'm like right.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan was like the best thing, or Ewan McGregor was one of the best things about the prequels. Like,
yeah.
Like, I honestly, like, there's some of Rey and Finn's dialogue I can't get on board with. Like, people say they're, like, powerhouse performances. I have no idea.
They want to try and, like, Katie Christensen, and, like, to say, well, he wasn't, like, Anakin, like, his dumb or whatever, when he's like, when he said, well, I don't like Sand or whatever, and like, for this, or about he didn't like his no food stuff.
Yeah.
Not a good actor, but like, Ray and Finn, it's like, that's not good. That's not good acting. Like, it's not really like good. Like, you don't really feel like there's really no emotion in like what they're saying.
Yeah, like Daisy Ridley's performance sort of felt wooden. I mean, John Boyega as Finn was like. His performance was good. It's just like the problem is that his character made no sense. Like he freaks out about like seeing one of his friends get shot. He like suffers from shell shock or whatever. And then like literally he goes and fucking rescues Poe and he starts like getting enthusiastic about blowing people up while he's like in the gunner seat of a TIE fighter.
And someone like, oh, like trauma, whatever, like, oh, wait, I saw one of my, and he's like, now we're gonna blow them up and everything. Like, I was like, oh, yeah. So,
like they should. They're the problem is that they misused Adam Driver in The Force Awakens. Like he's a good actor. Like I was actually familiar with him before The Force Awakens. Like he like the guy can act, and his voice in real life is like badass. But in like
this movie, it's like with him in this movie, it makes it kind of ruined.
Kylo Ren is one of those like. He's like one of those twitchy white kids who like he like listens to like death metal. He like has this backpack full of eyeliner. Like In a second. Does he have a
One true.
wait? Does he have a different? Okay, he still has the same cross guard. I don't know what the fuck Ray is charging at
One truth. It's time for the Jedi.
to end. The film is not yet rated. It's fucking Star Wars.
But it's always weird. It's PG-13 how like all the other Star Wars movies were. Like
Yeah.
at least until like yeah, like the new Star Wars. But I don't know about the old Star Wars movies. Not near PG-13.
The thing is that one of my friends said this might be a training movie, which I don't really think it will be. But if it is a training movie, they have an opportunity to like explain how the Force works. They'll probably fuck it up, but they could explain like, no, there's some potential there. Okay, I just got a notification. Angry Joe just uploaded a video. Star Wars: The Last Jedi angry teaser react. Angry Joe, like he said that like, oh, The Force Awakens was supposed to be like A New Hope. Like, well, that doesn't mean that's a good idea. Like what is this like?
Like continuation of the story that makes sense, and not like the remake. Not like it's like it's not the future of like so.
Yeah, like what is this movie gonna add to the Star Wars universe? Like they keep they the reason why Rogue One was better than The Force Awakens is because it was actually on a larger scale. Was it? Yeah, like
it wasn't Force Awakens. It was just as boring as Force Awakens.
yeah, because like Vader says, oh, the Senate's been informed of. He said something about the Senate, but just small lines like that. It explains what the fuck is going on because you already have an idea of what's going on. Like it takes place literally like hours before A New Hope. Like yeah, it days to hours. So like yeah, you know what's going on and you have a good idea of what's going on. Like The Force Awakens, you have no idea what the fuck's going on. Like people can say what they want about The Phantom Menace, but that at least made the world bigger. Like the issue is that The Force Awakens didn't bring anything new to Star Wars. Like yeah.
Like they just made it this universe like kind of like very like it was just like the original trilogy except worse.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
I mean, the thing about the prequels is that like it doesn't matter how bad the movies are. Like there are good things from those movies. Like people like they're nowhere as near as bad as people say they are. Like
I know people. I hear people say, "Oh, they're." I don't think. Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I haven't seen them. It's like a lot of it. Like from what I've seen, it doesn't look horrible. It's not. It doesn't like. It's not terrible. Like people say. People say it's so awful. Whatever. Like they say all these. It's like they say like really like strong words. Like these movies were horrible. You know, like those are kind of like that's kind of too much. I don't. The movies don't look horrible to me, so it didn't like. I've seen like a few. I've seen a few, but I don't.
yeah. I mean, The Phantom Menace does have good moments from it. Same with Attack of the Clones, same with Revenge of the Sith. They at least have good moments. Like, okay, first of all, people can say what they want about the acting, but they can't deny that the music's fucking amazing. Like,
I know.
the music, like,
how about comment on the music? You like any positive like
yeah, the only music they've used in the last two Star Wars films are old tracks. Well, actually, no, that's not true. They've come up with like, they have Rey's steps or Jedi steps, Rey's theme, whatever. I don't even remember them. That's like, and that's sad. Like your Star Wars movie sucks when like not even the music's memorable. I can't even. I've had a long day. I can't even fucking talk. But yeah, the music's massively been disappointing. See, I've been out all day. I can't fucking speak.
Well, yeah,
They have like a fucking. Is that Grey Jedi somewhere? I don't know. This Christmas,
Why are they waiting all the time in like December? We have to see these movies in December. They're gonna wait until I think it's December. I mean,
do you think Luke's gonna die?
I mean, like, I have episode 9. I think it's probably gonna be in episode 9 when he dies. So that's gonna be because it's gonna be like it has to be like a big moment. It's gonna be a big deal, I guess. So it's like unless like they don't care about Luke's not important in this trilogy and they're gonna kill him off step state and it's gonna be Rey, and Kylo.
Yeah. Like, the thing is that, like, Kathleen Kennedy is trying to fucking push this feminism thing, which, like, I'm all for... Yeah, like, I'm all for equality, like, fine, but it's like...
Well, yeah, for every spectrum, like, everything. But, like,
yeah. It's like...
It's
like, does every fucking movie have to have it from Disney? I mean, like, when is Star Wars supposed to be a platform for promoting feminism? Like, when is it supposed to be a platform for promoting, people in a gay relationship? Like, when has Star Wars ever been that? Like,
yeah, it's not a platform. I mean, I don't care if you're you're gay, I don't care about that. Like, it's your decision. Like, I don't really care, but like,
yeah.
Why is it in Star Wars? Why is it a big deal in Star Wars? Like, why does it have to be? Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like, if someone's gay, who gives a fuck? Like, one of my best friends was...
Who give a crap are the ones who are the bigots, spooky, and those, like, they're the ones who, like, with no lives. Like, they're the ones who care about that stuff. Why do they matter? Why do you want to listen to what they say? That's what they're doing. They're just trying to make them look. They're just trying to listen to what they say. Well, you all shouldn't have this or that. Like, why? And then they try to flip it, but then you're trying to say, oh, we should have this. So they're gonna like promote it and like this type of movie. When they shouldn't. Like, why do you like when they shouldn't? Like, especially Star Wars. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, one of my best friends at camp was gay, and it was like, who, like what? He called me hot. Like, so what? He has a... well, actually, he's bisexual because he had a girlfriend, but yeah, if somebody's, like, even if he was completely gay, like, who cares? It's not a big deal. Like, it's like, why is it such, like...
In 1980s or whatever, around the 80s, you'll have an AIDS epidemic or whatever, like, they have that problem with the AIDS thing, but, like, that we're at, like, it's like, it feels like we're living, like, in, like, the 60s, 70s, whatever, like, we're still, like, there's still problems, like, no, there isn't. There really isn't.
Wait, whoa. Wait a second. Did a TIE fighter just get shot by one of its own TIE fighters?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's red lasers.
Red sand, too. Red sand also. I kind of like that visual, like the red sand. That's nice. It looks like a nice.
Yeah, like, why does... wait, what do you mean red sand?
No, there was like, I think there was like red sand, like in the trail, like in the theater, like they had like they were
wait. Oh, that'd be cool. Wait, where the fuck is it? Okay, here we go. Oh, actually... oh, what I thought it was is I thought it was like airstrike smoke, because in real life the military uses bright red smoke for different things, or they use different color smoke for other things. So I thought it was them like trying to mark their position, which wouldn't really make any sense. But yeah, like that actually is pretty cool. Like, if like the sand, it's like the second the thing hits, like the sand is actually red. Oh, that's cool. Well, there. At least there's that, something new.
Yeah.
Red sand.
Yeah, the thing new about Tatooine. The thing new about Jakku is like Tatooine.
What planet is this? Is that over Dequar or whatever the fuck it's called? Ah. I mean,
but like they shouldn't promote this. Sorry,
no, it's fine. There's a delay. Like I'm gonna try and be optimistic about this movie, but it's like, even if it is good, it's still weighed down by The Force Awakens. Like, I mean, like, I just want them to like not fuck up the Force anymore, not to make the OT pointless anymore. Like,
yeah, they made it like totally pointless. It didn't make didn't look good in The Force Awakens.
Yeah, and then there's fucking Rey, who, like, why does she need training if she's already advanced? Like, okay, there's this thing where like people call Luke and Anakin Mary Sues, although a Mary Sue doesn't... it just because someone's good at something, at like a physical skill or whatever, that doesn't make them a Mary Sue. A Mary Sue is when characters have no flaws whatsoever. Luke, when we first met him, was a complete loser. He had tons of flaws. Same with Anakin. Like, okay, sure, Anakin, like, I mean, at Attack of the Clones, he
I
was
mean,
like,
Anakin. I mean, it makes him the chosen one. That's why he had like more power than others. But like Rey, like she doesn't have any of those. She doesn't have any of the qualities. And yet, like, well, she does. Well, she does. When she doesn't train though.
yeah,
Like Anakin trained for all that.
yeah. Like, the thing is that, like, Anakin at the time of Attack of the Clones, like, he was an equal to Obi-Wan Kenobi in terms of, like, combative ability. And the reason why he's not a Mary Sue is because in that whole movie, he had tons of flaws. He struggled a lot, whether it's with Padme, with his mother. Like, there were times where, like, he failed. There were times where Luke failed. Like,
Yeah.
and people say, like, oh, well, that's not fair because she's only been in one movie. Like, well, I mean, well, the problem is that she's already, like, okay, fine, she's only been in one movie. We haven't really seen her grow. Although the problem is that she's all in the first movie she's already outgrown. Like, she's been way more advanced with than Luke was.
Yeah, and
Like,
she's good at like controlling she's good at like the Millennium Falcon. She's good at like she's already good at all that stuff, and all the flying and everything. Like, but like it's like what's the whole point of her training?
yeah. And the thing is that, like, in Empire Strikes Back, one of my favorite examples of the symbolism in the movie is when in the Wampa Cave, how Luke, like, he's like he previously, at least in Legends, what happened is Empire Strikes Back takes place at 3 years after A New Hope, and Luke didn't. He had nobody to train him. Like, it took him months and months of intense training just to barely move a spoon, and
Yeah.
and then, like, the only time, like, then he's, like, in the fucking Wampa Cave, he's upside down and he force pulls the saber because at first he can't do it, but then his adrenaline is getting up. He's like, oh shit, if I don't do this, I'm gonna die. And then he does it, but then he can't really do it. He has trouble using the force throughout the entire movie until his duel with Vader, where he casually just pulls the saber into his hand. And that shows that he had trouble pulling the saber out of the snow, but then after he spends like 4.5 months training with Yoda, he can, like, casually just pull the saber into his hand.
Yeah. And like Rey, like he already used the saber, and like he didn't train like for that at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just Rey. I mean, Poe Dameron took out, like, how many TIE fighters in, like, 5 seconds. Like, it's just this one, like, long shot of him flying around, lighting people up. He does the most over exaggerated. It's so fucking funny, and he somehow shoots stormtroopers next to, like, Han, Finn, and Chewie, and he has enough precision. Or I think that was Poe, if that was just a rebel pilot. But, like, the thing about The Force Awakens is that how I said, oh, people like, oh, Rey's only been in one movie. A similar thing is that how The Force Awakens doesn't explain anything and doesn't reference things. And the reason why I like Revenge of the Sith so much is because before Revenge of the Sith was out, there was, like, a lot of comics, books, there was, like, a lot of video games, in between, and there was, like, people in the comics, like, for example, there's this character Quinlan Voss, and he's not in the movie. Well, he was supposed to be in the movie, but he's not in Revenge of the Sith. But Obi-Wan, like, mentions Master Voss is somewhere or something like that. There's this time in the book where Obi-Wan and Anakin are on Cato Nemodia, and Obi-Wan mentions that in the movie. So it just mentions the previous things happening into previous movies. The Force Awakens doesn't do that, and people are like, "Oh, well, but the Revenge of the Sith is the final installment of its trilogy, and the Force Awakens is the first." And while that may be true, like, Revenge of the Sith took place before the original trilogy. It could foreshadow events from the original trilogy, but it couldn't mention them because they didn't happen yet. Like, then there's things, and they could only foreshadow the original trilogy and mention things from the previous movies. The Force Awakens can mention everything from the previous 6 movies. Like, it comes after all of the movies. it comes after all of the movies, it comes after all of the books, or well, the ones that are canon. But like for it to not mention anything at all is like why would you shoot yourself in the foot? Because like the Phantom Menace, like the space politics weren't like done perfectly, although like it had to happen. Like the prequel trilogy, like in A New Hope, Obi-Wan, he says how the Empire had like how they started rising, and like for an empire to rising you have to be sort of political about it, like you have to sort of show
Yeah,
like
like
how the
they,
empire's coming into place.
yeah, they just these people though who trash people just don't understand that. That's very important. They have politics in like the original trilogy. They have some politics in there too. They were talking like why is like well, why do we like always well like politics like
Yeah, and also like the things with the prequels is that they're just trying to distance themselves from the prequels too much, even though like I mean people can say what they want about the prequels, although the prequels by themselves are amazing in terms of foundation. It's just the execution, like space politics, good idea, bad execution. Metachlorians, good idea, bad execution. Casting Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, amazing idea, fucking terrible execution. Like Star Wars, that video of Mark Hamill talking about how intensely people hated the prequels, like that was gold. That was golden.
yeah, exactly that's yeah. See, I never expected to say anything about like with the prequels without like the prequels and all that that like I'm like that's good that he actually spoke up about it.
Yeah, like the thing about like Jake Lloyd is like if you are a grown, so he basically was like 9 or 10 years old, and he got like a ton of hate mail from grown fucking adults saying that like you raped my childhood or something, and
That's
it's
not
like
right.
why would you send a little kid that, and like grown
Yeah,
adults
that's
would go
free.
out
That's
of their
rude.
way, like
Disrespect.
yeah, like it wasn't just through hate mail, it was through the internet, it was through his school, people in his school bullied him, it was through it was also hate mail, but like people like intensely harassed this poor child who now he grew up with that, so now he like has some serious mental problems. He had to be like rehabilitate, like he like had he's basically a fucking psychopath now, and that's because he grew up with that. And then there's Hayden Christensen, who handled the hate like a fucking pro. Like he handled it pretty well.
It's good that he did it instead of being like Jake Lloyd and having all these
Yeah,
problems. I still with Jake Lloyd, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's. I mean, you think adults like these think adults would never act like really boys, but they can be, and this is like proof of it because like really like what the in raping the child like how do you raping like why do you bring up rape like a child like why do you bring that up like for child like it's like what you rape a
yeah,
child like what did he and it wasn't his fault he didn't write the damn script in the first
yeah.
place.
He was like 9 or 10 years old, and he's okay. There's a 9 or 10 year. Okay. Let's say he's 10, just to give him just or actually no. Let's say he's 10. He's in a movie with Samuel fucking Jackson, Natalie fucking Portman, and Liam fucking Neeson, and Ewan fucking McGregor. Like those are all four of them, and Ian McDermott. Ian McDermott. Yeah. So all five of those people are like really good actors and actresses. Like you can't
Yeah.
expect a 10-year-old boy, a 10-year-old kid to be on the level of someone like Natalie Portman. Like I mean, granted that Natalie Portman isn't really that great in those movies, but still like you can't expect the kid to be like that good of an actor. And he was only a little kid, so you can't really expect him to be like best actor ever. I mean,
Exactly. Like, he's not gonna be in like he's not gonna like be like Oscar winning or something. Like it's like why is they expected him to be like it's like they like wanted him to be like just like they wanted him to be like oh he has to be really. Like, what did they want from it? What did they want? I don't know what they really wanted from him.
I have
Like,
no fucking clue. Like
like
the
it bitches, but they still harassed him though, and that was totally wrong.
There's this thing about the I forget what it's called. They're like, was it George Lucas versus or the people versus George Lucas, and that's what they called this documentary or something. And it's like, or someone said like, oh, who makes a movie about how much people hate someone else's movie? Like, I have no. I'm confused. I'm blanking. I can't remember. I think it was like a documentary or something. But Mark Hamill talked about it, about how like people were basically openly inviting him to like quote unquote trash George.
Yeah, like and he worked, and Mark Hamill worked for George, and I'm just like, I'm sure they got it well. Why was trash him? Like seriously, like these freaking idiots for
Yeah.
And then we got like, and now it's like Star Wars, like Star Wars movies at this point. I mean, like most of them, like they're not going to probably be affected out.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do for like. Wait, what?
It's like now they're like ruined now.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's Last Jedi and it's bad, but like I don't know. I kind of lost like my yeah, I kind of lost. Like
Yeah.
actually like I don't know. Because they already have what they have Ray, and she's like they have like Ray. It's like she should not be like there in the first place.
It's like, join me, Ray. Only together can we defeat Snoke. And Ray says like, I'll never join you. And it's like the Luke and Vader scene. And Kylo says like, Luke never told you what happened to your brother. And he's like, oh, he told me you killed him. And then Kylo just like, he's like, I am your brother.
No, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually what happened.
I know, right? I would be like,
I'd laugh so hard.
Yeah. I would just say, yeah. If I was in this movie theater, I felt super. I'm like, this is a freaking rip off of Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I would have down. I was like, shh. I'm like, it's like you're like who was it?
Let comments.
The feminists have ruined Star Wars. They've ruined it too. They've totally, and the SJWs and their all these freaking all these political movements like ruined Star Wars. I'm not gonna. If that's your opinion, I'm gonna judge you.
Someone says that like Return of the Jedi means that Anakin was redeemed, even though. Well, what was the quote? No, wait, what is no Obi-Wan and Yoda say on Dagobah to like rebuild the Order or something? I don't know. What did they?
Why are they like?
Wait. They said. Wait, did they? I don't know. And what the Force? Oh, you. That's smart. Speaking of rebuilding the Order, some genius in a YouTube comment said that Episode 8 should have been named Rise of the Order, because people would be like, wait a second, would it be like this was a while ago where he said it, like it was when the title was first announced, where this guy said it in a YouTube comment. He said that like if they named it Rise of the Order, like people wouldn't know, like, oh wait a second, are they referring to the Jedi Order or the First Order? Like that would sort of, and that would be pretty smart of them. Like, that would be a better title. I mean, if this was named Rise of the Order, it would be a better trailer, because not only would you see Luke and Rey training, but you'd also see the First Order destroying shit, and they're like they're marching into the fucking. Okay, what is that? Is that like I think it's the temple from Rey's vision, but like that's why it would be better because it's like, well, wait a second, which order is rising? Like, or that would make this. That would make the trailer so much better.
Exactly. It
And
would make more sense.
unfortunately, there is the absence of Han Solo. Ah,
Yeah, because they sold them all. Well, granted, like Harrison Ford didn't want to be in Solo. He wants to be sold off, but like
well,
that
he's Han Solo. They should have made it better.
Yeah, the way they killed him off was just ridiculous. So stupid.
I can't wait till Ned makes a video on this.
Yeah, he's definitely doing something.
It's gonna be so fucking funny.
Yeah.